Psalm 23, one of the most beloved passages in the Bible, speaks of God's love, guidance, and protection. Even in a few minutes, we can draw deep comfort and strength from its words. Here's a quick look at its key messages. Verse 1, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." We learn that God is a loving shepherd who always watches over us, knowing exactly what we need. He's not just a distant figure, he's actively providing, guiding, and ensuring that nothing essential is missing in our lives. Take a moment and think about a recent need. How did God meet it, or how do you believe He will? Reflect on this. Where has God been your shepherd recently? Verse 2, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." Life can feel chaotic, right? But this verse shows God guiding us to places of peace and rest. Just like a shepherd leads sheep to calm waters and lush pastures, God wants us to experience His peace. Think of a time when you felt calm despite a stressful situation. God was with you there. Ask yourself, how can you let God lead you to rest today? Verse 3, "He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake." We all have moments when we feel drained or lost. God promises to restore us and lead us on the right path, not because we deserve it, but because of His love. It's about Him showing His faithfulness. Pause and consider, are there areas in your life where you need restoration? How might God be guiding you back to purpose today? Verse 4, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." This verse speaks to facing fears and tough times. The valley of the shadow of death can be any struggle or hardship, but God is right there with us. Think about a time you felt afraid or alone. How did God's presence bring you comfort or strength? It's His constant companionship that gets us through life's valleys. Take a moment to acknowledge His presence with you now. Verse 5, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." Imagine God setting a banquet table for you, even when life's challenges or critics are nearby. This verse shows that God's blessings overflow despite difficulties. When was the last time you felt unexpectedly blessed, even during a tough time? Reflect on God's generosity, knowing He has more in store for you, regardless of the obstacles around. Verse 6, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." God's goodness and mercy are lifelong companions, walking with us through every season. This isn't just about today, it's about eternity. What would it mean to live each day fully aware that God's love is right behind you, no matter where you go? Consider how this assurance changes how you face your day and your future. Take a moment to express gratitude for God's presence, His provision, and His promises. Let Psalm 23 be a reminder that He is deeply involved in every part of your life, past, present, and future. Where do you see Him today? Psalm 23 is a journey through every season of life, showing how deeply God's care permeates each stage. From the peaceful green pastures to the darkest valleys, and finally to the promise of an eternal home, this psalm reflects a relationship with God that's intimate and unwavering. It reminds us that He is not only present in the good times, filling our lives with rest and abundance, but also stands with us in moments of fear, guiding and protecting us through life's challenges. Each verse builds on the assurance that God doesn't simply oversee our lives from a distance, He walks alongside us, sharing in both our joys and our burdens. Through Psalm 23, we learn that God's provision, protection, and blessings are constant, not dependent on our circumstances. This profound truth transforms how we view our daily lives, encouraging us to approach each day with confidence, knowing we are fully cared for, loved, and never alone. In embracing this message, we find that Psalm 23 is not just a comforting passage, but a declaration of faith. It encourages us to trust in God's steadfast goodness and to let go of fear, allowing His peace to guide our hearts. The psalm ultimately calls us to live with gratitude and assurance, knowing we are embraced by a love that follows us all the days of our lives and beyond. Shalom.